Hello, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how I made my shaker dashboard. So this is the very first one I made. So I made it for my faith planner. I'm going to pop it out. And so this is the shaker. And so I made it, and it was the first one I made. I kind of honestly just winged it, I guess you can say, as far as the measurements went, and it worked really well. What happened was I really wanted to make a shaker. I would always see them like on Pinterest and then people on Instagram, and so I thought I really wanted one. So I watched some YouTube videos about how to make it, and I saw a couple of different techniques, and one of the techniques that I saw was using a laminator and taking two laminating sheets, I'll show you, but taking two laminating sheets, laminating them in such a way to create a pocket, putting the contents inside, and then punching a hole in it. But all the videos that I had saw just had it so that, I'm going to turn it this way, so it wasn't a tab. So when it was in, it was the same length as the page. And I'm like, but I want a bookmark. So what I did was I figured out a way to do the technique of using the laminator. But what I did was I cut a slit in the back, filled it, and then laminated. So let me back up. I'm sorry. So what I did was I did the pockets, which I will show you, and then I put a sticker down up above, so that way after I laminate it I can cut it out and make it. And I did that in a way so that way when you do it you'll see what I mean about putting the sticker down. But I'll show you how I did it, because I thought, what's the point of having a shaker as a bookmark if there's no tab sticking up? So this one, like I said, was for the classic, and so I made that one, and then I made this little one for my micro, and I messed up on it. I've been using it, but I messed up because I punched the holes too close to the pocket, so some of the contents come out. So actually in this video I'm going to make another one of these. And I did try to make a video where I made these, and it just came out an absolute disaster. I kept messing up. These tabs were too high. It was a mess. So we're gonna make another one where I will make another one for my mini. So these were for my mini, so I'm gonna make another one in this video for the mini, probably to replace the one that I put in my budget section. So this is a shaker, and I think because it's so small it doesn't like really shake around a lot. And this one I don't want to shake because the contents can come out. This one I kind of like the way this one came out a little bit better. And I used some confetti, so I'll show you the stuff that I used. But I am in this video going to show you how to make those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my laminator to start warming up while I talk about all the other stuff. So I'll be right back. Alright, so my laminator is in the process of warming up. So I'm not sure if you can see. There's two pieces here. So this piece is I'm going to use for my micro. And then this piece is going to be what I use to make the pocket. I went ahead and cut them already, because when I tried to make the video last time, I think what happened is I was messing up because I didn't have everything pre-done already, and so I think that's what happened. So this one here is for the classic size, and so what I did was, this is a sheet that I'm going to use for the bookmark. And so this is, I'll show you the box instead. So this is the one that I'm going to use for the bookmark. And it's the Scott Thermal. It's 5 mil. I'm almost out of it. There's 50 pouches in here. I've used a lot of this. I like the 5 mil. So I'm going to use the 5 mil for the bookmark. And then I bought these pouches a really long time ago from Aldi's. If you're watching this video, they actually now have the laminating pouches in their stores right now. So it's January 11th, 2021. So I think I really want to say that they come out at the beginning of each year. They do the laminating and the laminating pouches. They also sell a Laminator. It's a 9-inch one. And it does work pretty well. Mine, I used it a lot when it stopped working. But they sell these photo size. So it's 5x7 and 4x6 in there. So I took out the 5x7. And it's thin. So it's very thin. I think it might be 3 mil, but it's very thin. And so the thin one is the one I'm going to use for the pocket. So that's why I have 2 different ones. So for the size, so for the mini, this piece, which is the piece that I'm going to put the pocket inside, which you'll see, is 7 and a little, like 7 3/8 long. So it's 7 3/8 this way, and then 2.5 inches this way, and then the pocket, which when it's inside is going to be inside about here. So the pocket I cut is 6.5 inches high by 1 3/8 wide. So that way, pocket will sit in here and it'll give me enough room to punch that I won't punch through the hole. And then for the micro, it is 4 3/8 high and by 2.5. I think I did 2.25 wide, and then the pocket is 1 3/8 wide by I think I did 2.5. So that way I did that. So what'll happen is I'm gonna get some stickers and put a sticker up here for the tab. So this will be like the marker, and I'm gonna get one here. So I'm going to grab my budget sticker book for this one. Okay, so for the for my what am I trying to say? The Shaker dashboard that I'm going to use for my budget section, I'm going to take 2 different stickers. So the first sticker I'm going to use is this big one that says financial goals. So I don't think I'm going to be using these stickers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the word financial goal, because I haven't used them before, and I don't think I'm going to. And so I'm just going to cut it out. And use that. Let's see if I cut it right. Hopefully I cut it good. Nope. I'm trying to cut this so my head doesn't get in frame. Alright. So I'm just going to set that there. So I have this. Actually, I'm going to cut off this excess over here. So what I'm going to do is I have this piece here that is extra. But what I find is that when you're making the tab, you should put the sticker inside a laminating sheet and laminate it so it makes it a little bit stiffer. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to, I think this piece is, nope. So I'm going to put this up here. Actually, I'm going to move it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to take one of the piggy bank pigs. This one's got gold in it. So I'm going to get the green one. And I'm going to stick it right next to it. So that's how it'll look when it's laminated. So I'm going to put it back on top. And I'm just going to cut it across with scissors, nothing fancy. So that it's one piece. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. And then just for reference, I'm going to stick it in here. Kind of stick it at the top. So just so you can see, that's what it would look like. And now I'm going to get a today sticker for the micro. So I'm just gonna put these away and grab a sticker book. Okay. So this is in the Planner Babe sticker book. I'm going to take this purple today. I'm going to stick it inside here. I'm going to kind of put it off to the side a little bit. Let me get the sticker book up for you so you can see it. So as you can see, I just set it down. I'm going to put the sheets back together. And again, just going to cut it pretty close. So now if you want to go ahead and like cut these on your paper trimmer so it gets cut straight, then you can go ahead and do that. And then I'm also just going to trim it off here. And so I have it today. I'm going to stick it down in there. So those two are done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these smaller laminating sheets. So now the trick to this is on laminating sheets, you will find that there's a smooth side and kind of a rough side. So like this is the rough side and then this is the smooth side. What you want to do is put the two smooth sides together. So when you're cutting the sheets, make sure like if you cut it down off the pieces that are still attached so that way you can get two separate pieces. And you want to make sure that the smooth sides are together. So the sides that are smooth. And you'll know because they'll slide around. Because if you go the other way, it's harder to move them. So that's how you'll know if it's sliding around. And that's kind of the good and the bad part about it because it does make it tricky to get you to line it back up again. So once you get the smooth sides together, you're going to set it inside your laminating sheet. And I cut this so that these pieces were still the edge that's attached at the bottom of all laminating sheets are still there. And so I'm going to eyeball this and line it up. And you'll see when you're doing it that it might shift over. So you will have to play with this for like a little bit to get everything to line up. So, and then get it so that your pieces in here, which I think mine might be a little bit big. The thing is, you don't want your top piece here to like interfere with the with your pocket. So I might have cut the pocket a little bit too long. So I think I did. I'm just gonna take it out and trim it just a smidge. I'm gonna leave the two silky sides together and just trim off probably about like that much. Hopefully, or attempt to. Alright. So, let's stick it back. Honestly, trying to get this started is honestly the most frustrating and hardest part of this. Once you get it laminated, it's really easy after that. So, because of the fact that you have these shiny, the two outside smooth sides together, they slide around like crazy. And it makes it very hard to get it to line up. So once you get it, make sure everything is straight. So that one is done. And now I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to make sure I separate it. Shiny sides together, or slippery sides, however you want to call it. And then you're going to lift up the pocket and you're going to suck them inside. And again, I'm going to try to keep it straight. And it is like literally all over the place. So, we are trying to get this to line up. So after watching this video and the struggles that I'm having with this, you might actually figure out a better way. And if you do, leave a comment to help others. So that way they don't struggle like I'm struggling. And I have struggled with all of them. So this is nothing unique. I have struggled with all of them. And I think probably part of it is trying to get it to that bottom. That might be a big problem. Alright, so once we get it down, make sure it's straight. Make sure your tab is straight. It's not crooked. Alright. So now that they're all set, I'm going to pick it up very gently And I'm going to send it through Laminator. And hopefully it will not mess up. I got fingerprints all over it, but I don't care. So this one is the classic size coming out. And now I'm going to do the micro. Alright, I'm just going to push this back. I'm not going to turn it off because I want to make sure that the pockets worked. So this is what it looks like laminated. And that's the mini size. Excuse me. Excuse me. And this is going to be my micro size. So now, what you're going to do is, I'm going to use this, but I don't think it's very sharp. I'm going to grab an X-Acto knife because this thing is not very sharp and I got to cut through a bunch of plastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to cut a line slightly below the top of where the top of the pocket is. So I'm not going to press hard because I don't want to go through the entire thing, but I want to press hard enough to go through the first layer. So I press one time, and then, sorry if my head gets in the way here. Then I'm going to go through another, the same line, and stop, and see if I can pop it open. And I don't think I got through enough. So you might have to go over it like a couple of times to get it to open up. And once you do, you will have a pocket. And so you just kind of work it open. And this one's small, so this one's kind of hard to do. And that's that one. So now we're gonna go over and do this one. Make sure I'm in. So like I said, you just kind of find the mark down, press hard, but not hard enough to cut all the way through. And you might have to go through one more time. But again, you're not trying to cut all the way through. So you don't want to, again, you don't want to press hard enough that you cut all the way through. And then you just want to work your finger in there and try to pop it open. It might sound like it might come off. As long as you are not to the edge, it should not pop open completely. So, if you need to stick something down there to make it open up a little bit more, you can. I do not have anything, so I'm just going to try to work my finger in there. Try to open it up. Alright, so I'm going to turn off my laminator and set it off to the side. So I have some glitter, some sequins, glitter, some more sequins, and some glitter shaker. So These I got at the Dollar Tree. So the Crafter Square, which if your Dollar Tree put up the aisle, there's an entire aisle to crafting supplies. And so there's 6 packets that they come in, and they're $1. So that's those colors. They have like a blue-ish color. So blue hues. And these pink ones. I don't know if you can see it. There. These little containers here, these glass containers, I got these at the Dollar Tree as well. So I got them to put these in. And then I went to Joann's and I got the glitter shakers. So I'm going to use some of these, not a lot, and some of these, which I think, I don't know if I have any more purple. No, I do have some purple. I'm going to go with some blues. I can open them. And we're going to go with some of these. This color. And I think I'll just do those 2. And this one. So I'm going to fill, I gotta make sure I stay in film and frame. I'm going to fill the micro one first. So I'm going to take some of these. And so what you have to do is once you get it, try to find a way to pop it open and keep it open. And then sprinkle some in here. And so I'm going to do, I just eyeball it and set it down. And then I'm going to take some blue. Again, stick my finger in there, pop it open, and sprinkle in some blues. And the purples, which there's not that many in there, so I'm just going to use the rest of them. So if you laminate it correctly, you should not have a problem with it separating. If it starts to separate as you're doing it, then you probably did not laminate it correctly. You probably put it too close to the edge. It's probably, you might have some trial and error in doing this. And if you do, it's okay. I mean, I told you, I tried to make a video, and it didn't work. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. We're going to take this color, set it up there, and put it open, sprinkle some back here. There, and then I think I want to use this black one. So I'm going to pull out. Oops. So it's open. I'm going to use some of this. A little bit of the black. So now once you're done, you have a shaker. So I'm holding it up at the top. I'm trying to get everything to kind of mix around. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a piece of double-sided tape. Actually, you can do anything. You can do double-sided tape or you can do Scotch tape. So I'm going to take a piece of double-sided tape, kind of eyeball the length. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, so try to get everything down. I'm going to pop it open. And I'm going to stick this inside. And I will tell you, once you get it on here, sometimes it's hard to get that little plastic piece off. But I'm just smoothing it down, and now I'm going to try to get that paper backing off. And sometimes it's hard, and you need to use some tweezers, which I don't know where they are. But if you don't want to go through all of this, just put Scotch tape. Sometimes I try to get that tape a little bit straighter. So it'll get moved around. So that is the shaker. Alright, and so I'm going to go ahead and do this one off camera. Or actually I'll probably show it, but I'll speed it up. And then I'll come back and we'll punch it and put it in. Alright, so I'm going to get some colors for use some of these. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is just do these shakers. I don't think I'm going to do the sequins like I did for this. I think I'm just going to use these. So I'm going to go ahead and do using the jumbo shakers for this one. And then, like I said, I'm just going to speed it up. Alright? Okay. So these are now done. This one I actually like because it came out better. This one I filled up too much, so it's not necessarily a shaker, it's just a glittered bookmark. But not gonna worry about it. But this one actually came out good. So now it's time to punch them. So I have this Happy Planner punch. And what I'm going to have to do is, normally you could, if you had cut out, if you had it where it was a little bit over and you went ahead and cut it out, you can punch it, but I got to measure it for the top. So that way I don't punch into my header. So there are 7 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for the mini. So I'm going to line up the edge of this to the edge of that punch. And then I'm just going to go ahead and punch it. Right, it is 7, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, because I get nervous that I'm going to mess up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm like always double and triple count. So this planner punches laminate much better. Easier, I should say, than the other ones. So that's punched. And I'm going to do this one for my micro. Same thing. I'm going to line it up so that it's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's to the bottom. And I'm going to punch that. And this one's better because now I'm not into the thing. And so for this one, I'm actually going to cut down to here. So you can see I'm going to cut it. Cut it across. Time. Alright. And now I'm going to round my corners. Around this corner. And we'll round this one. Alright. I'm going to grab my micro. And where am I? We're in this week. Put that back in. And there you go. So that's what it looks like. It sticks up. I probably could have punched it a little further down, but it's okay. So that one's done. And now we're going to round the corners of this one. And around this corner down here. And we're going to go, I took it out. And we are in this week. So I'm going to stick this here. And it sticks out. So that's what that looks like. So it sticks out pretty good, nothing crazy. And that's what it looks like inside. So we are good. So I'm probably gonna put these back in. This one I'll just keep. But yeah, so that's how you make a shaker dashboard. So let me just pull them back out again. So as you can see. So yeah, that's how you make a shaker dashboard with a tab at the top. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it gives you some ideas. One of the things that I can say is that when you make one for whatever size, whether it's for your micro, your mini, your classic, your big, when you're gonna cut it, just cut it to be 3/8, anywhere from 1/4 to 3/8. But I would do 3/8 longer than the sheet of paper. So for the mini, it's just about 7 inches high this way, 7 inches. So you want to cut the laminating sheet the main body for the planner to be 7 3/8 long. I can't think of, I think the classic is like 9 1/4. So don't make me do the math, but you probably want to do like 9 it would be like 9 4/8. I'm saying this wrong. Let me rephrase this. When you're cutting it, you want it to be, 3/8. You want it to be 3/8. If you're doing the classic size, you might want to cut it to be 9. Still keep it at like 9 3/8 or 10 inches for the classic. For the big, it's 11 by 8.5, so you want to do 11 3/8. So, and then the width, it's going to be completely up to you. Just whenever you do the width, make your pocket about 3/8 smaller than the whatever width. So like if you did 2 inches across, you want the pocket to be 1 3/8. I'm like super starting to confuse myself. Me and measurements do not get along, and it over fries my brain. So I am legit probably saying it wrong. If you are watching this video and you are better at measurements than I am and you understand what I was trying to say, maybe you can put it in the comments to make it make sense. I'll write it in the description to try to make it make more sense. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you, at least giving you an idea. I apologize for my scattered brainness and my voice cracking. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and you have a good day. Thanks. Bye.